Today, I want to talk about gratitude. Just because I think it's an important topic, and it definitely is something that is practiced a lot in this day and age. And sometimes we think of gratitude as something that we have to force ourselves. So, let me explain. When something not great happens in our life, or when we come towards challenges or things that don't look the way we want them to, or if, back to that whole idea of certain things not being enough, not having enough in our bank account, not having, enough things in our life of whatever we desire. We are told, in the self-development world, practice gratitude, practice gratitude, practice gratitude. But in those moments of when shit hits the fan, in those moments when we are in our lowest of our lowest emotionally, it can be at times challenging to look at what are we grateful for in that situation. It can be difficult to literally look at your bank account, and if it has $2 whole in it, to be oh, I'm grateful for the $2 whole. It's kind of one of those things that it's a repelling force. It's you're trying to force yourself to feel in gratitude, but your human is yeah, but that's still $2. Or you're you were seeing someone and they were and then the whole situation fell apart and you're sad, and it's oh, be grateful for the situation. What did the situation teach you? And in that moment, if it's sadness, your human's just well, I'm still hurt, and they're not here, and this sucks. So in those moments, it's really hard to tap into that place of gratitude for that particular situation, especially when we're in low emotions. And this is why it's important to ride our emotions. This is why it's important to ride that emotional wave, and to, if we aren't in that low state of emotions, to let those emotions be. What we can do in those low emotions is you can say, okay, this is how I feel, recognizing your emotions, understanding where you are at, giving space for them. But you can also shift your energy towards being grateful for other things in your life. What can your human and you yourself get behind? What energy can you get behind? Can you get behind, the gratitude that you have for your friends that are there looking out for you and making sure you're okay? Can you get behind for the gratitude that, your partner is supporting you financially, even though you have that $2 in your bank account, and your partner is the one who's helping you pay rent and putting food on the table? So what energy can you get behind in those low moments? Where can you find the gratitude in all of your life? So even though that particular aspect is right now making you feel like shit, doesn't mean that you need to force yourself in that moment to look for gratitude there. It means, where else can you look for gratitude in your life? Where else do you feel abundant? Where else are you supported? Where else does the universe have your back? And look for the evidence there, because that's the key, is looking for evidence where things are going good, when things are okay, even though in this moment it may not be okay, while simultaneously holding those lows and holding those emotions and really honoring yourself of where you are at, and that it's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be frustrated, bitter, all the disappointment, all of it. It's okay to feel all the emotions. We're not meant to sit there and bypass our not self theme. We're not meant to sit there and bypass all those emotions. We are human beings, and we are going to feel them all. And in those low emotions is where we see our gifts, is where we learn more about ourselves. And I know I say this a lot, but it is true. It is true. Sitting in those low emotions, you figure out so much about you. And so that is how I see tapping gratitude, is really tapping gratitude in other aspects. And then once you've ridden the emotional wave, once you've healed a little bit from that low place, from that hurt, then you can begin to say, okay, what can I be grateful about that situation? What did I learn from it? What has it taught me? But you need to allow yourself to ride that emotional wave and not force yourself in gratitude in that very moment of being like, oh, this shitty situation happened. Okay, well, let me try. I'm grateful for XYZ, but really your human is like, well, no, fuck you. I'm hurting. This sucks. And that person is annoying and blah, blah, blah. Right? You can't like, you and your human are a team. You got to bring you and your human along for the ride, and you got to support your human as much as possible. And this human is your ego. This human is your inner child. So think of it as like your own little kid within you. Got to bring them along the ride. They are there. Bring them on. They have a seat at the table with you. Hear what they have to say. Hold space for them. Hug them. Love them. It's you. And so this is, I think, day 281 or 82. I don't know. I've lost track. But if you like this video, please like, share, comment, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow.